Hello and welcome to Connected episode 368. It's made possible by our sponsors, Details Pro, Indeed, Hover, and Ladder. My name is Stephen Hackett, and I'm joined by my friend, Mr. Federico Vitici.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm good, Federico. How are you?
I'm doing extremely well. Thank you.
Good. We're also joined by Mr. Myke Hurley.
Say it.
Say it one last time.
Just give it to me.
His Royal Highness, the Consolidated Chairman.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi. Hello, everybody.
We'll see if you retain that today, because we will be scoring our picks from Apple's Unleashed event, talking about the news, our impressions as we go. Very exciting stuff. But first, we have some important follow-up about Australian radio.
There we go.
That's what we do on the show.
A bunch of people sent us this as if we knew it was already a thing. I don't know. Triple J.
I can't believe you didn't mention. I can't believe.
Wow.
I can't believe.
Joe, why is no one talking about this?
Triple J,
Triple
which
J.
is the group of that we have put in place for adequate succession planning for this show, consisting
Jason, John,
of,
and James.
Yep, Jason, John, and James. Triple J is a radio show in Australia. So it's a entire station. It's an entire radio station.
It's a division of the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. So does it mean that is ABC in America also the Australian Broadcasting Corporation?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they just expanded.
Wow, those Australians.
It's cool, right?
Man, okay.
And it's government funded.
Yep.
Because Australia.
Oh, so it's
does
like,
that.
let me get this right. Hold on. It's like PBS.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Good job.
I cannot believe that for government-funded television, you didn't go to BBC. I just cannot believe.
Don't they have a new
that
logo?
You went to PBS. I don't know what the BBC.
I saw yelling
doing,
about
man.
it in Discord, and then I just.
Oh,
don't know what
BBC.
they're
I
doing.
like. There's that guy that I like on BBC, the Graham Norton show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
It's
sure.
it's funny.
He's very funny. Yeah. Graham Norton does our Eurovision commentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he is hilarious for Eurovision.
I can imagine.
I really recommend, by the way, people that watch Eurovision, if you're able to get the BBC feed, it's worth it. Like he has a kind of a style which was also from the person he replaced, a guy called Terry Wogan, where basically he just makes fun of everything for the entire evening. It's incredible. It's so good.
Nice. Okay.
The Discord wants us to know that PBS isn't very much government funded. They just have some government funding.
Hence my point of the BBC.
Oh no, that's too bad.
Well, actually, BBC is not government funded either. It's publicly funded. So we're into a whole world of mess.
So it's only Australia. It's only Australia that has government funded radio.
You know what?
basically.
Now though, everyone from Australia that wrote to us about Triple J is going to write and say, "Well, actually,
they're not really government
they're not
funded.
government funded either."
I mean, send a feedback email to triplej@wikipedia.org. I'm
Perfect.
sure somebody
get
will
to them.
respond. Yeah.
So you all sit down for this. They've changed Safari again with
Wait,
just
what?
days to go.
Impossible.
Before Monterey ships. And after they shipped the bad tab design in Big Sur, so people have been using it. So they have put the favorites back in between the tabs and the address bar. The tabs look like old Safari 14. They're still the compact mode, and you can still set it to be the colored thing up at the top. But now that's an advanced. Who knows?
Can you? So if you now put the tabs back to look like old tabs, can you still get the color?
No. It's only for compact mode. It's only for compact mode, and it's an advanced settings. Like you gotta enable compact and then go into settings, Safari, advanced, I believe.
So much wasted work. Like the person hours over the last 4 months. Like I'm typically not one of these people that's like, I think you get these people a lot. It's like, I feel for the engineers, right? Like, because it's like these people, they're doing their jobs and they're doing their work, etc. But like,
but they
I
have
genuinely
feelings.
feel really sorry for the people that had to work on the Safari team over the last 3 to 4 months. Like, this is just a disaster. This is just a disaster.
I hope this becomes one of the classes at Apple University, the thing that they have internally, like how not to do a redesign.
What we did to Safari.
Yeah.
The Safari 15 class.
It must be genuinely useful as a learning experience for how to not repeat this kind of process ever again. It's kind of funny that this always happens with Safari. So history always repeats itself with Safari and changes to the tab bar. It's kind of incredible that it happened once again to Safari. But yeah, I mean, they undid essentially all of the things that were not working before. So, or I mean, the most egregious things that were not working before. So the old tab bar design is back. The favorites have been moved back, and the iPhone was already fixed before.
So basically, Safari, all that changed is on the iPhone, they added tab groups. They changed the way that the tabs look in the all view mode, and then they moved the address bar to the bottom. Yeah. And then on the Mac and iPad, they just added tab groups
and a sidebar. And a
sidebar. That's going to be like the ultimate overall change.
Yeah, and the sidebar still isn't perfect. Still wasted. It still feels like a waste of space. It's not customizable. You cannot put it's only basically a place for tab groups, and it's still a little too challenging. I think Gruber wrote about this as well. To get to your reading list or to get to your bookmarks. Reading list still feels like abandonware at this point, like no signs of life whatsoever over the past 4 years.
Reading list is one of those features that I know people use like you, but I still think nobody uses it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, they make it so hard to use, surely no one's using it.
I know. But really, there's plenty to like at this point in the new Safari. You have the tab groups, you have the customizable start page, extensions, obviously. You have the new design on the iPhone. There's plenty to like. And this is all, this change in 15.1 and the public version of Monterey is exactly what we wanted, which is the old Safari design with the new features. So, yeah, I'll take it.
One thing that I just can't reconcile is this decision coming after they put it out to Big Sur. Did they have really bad public feedback too?
Did they just not know? I agree with you. It's what they were going to change it again. Or, I don't know why they did that. Yeah. Why did it ever go to Big Sur? I don't understand.
That is ultimately my question is, why did you have to wait for public feedback? Can't you just sit down, look at it and say, well, yeah, this is bad? Don't you see it yourself? And I guess we'll never know the answers.
No, but they got all the public feedback, right? From the betas, they got it. They knew it.
Right, but...
Right? There's surely no more feedback that they had to get that they hadn't already gotten.
I guess the bigger question is why and how did this ship in the first place? Yeah. That's my my concern here. It's who forced who internally to make this design happen, only to be shown months later that it was not actually working for anyone. But I guess we'll never know the answer to that.
Yeah, I still think that it might not be as simple as that either. You can get used to things quite quickly. I got used. I know a lot of people really don't like a lot of the stuff in Safari. I got very used to it very fast. I think it can creep up on you. I think that there is a way to look at it, which is Craig Federighi walked into a room and he drew on a whiteboard what he wanted and then made everyone do it, right? Which I think is a lot of what people are imagining. I'm not saying it did or it didn't happen, but I think that's one way that people imagine that this has occurred, right? But then the other thing is a bunch of designers had a bunch of ideas and they started implementing them slowly, and then it ended up where we are. And it was kind of I don't really like this analogy, but it's a boiling the frog kind of analogy. They just kind of kept, they decided they were going to change Safari. So people just started adding a bunch of things. And then by the time it got to the release, they kind of they were too close to it. And maybe did too much at one time, where if they would have maybe done these things a little bit more slowly, everybody may have gotten on board with it.
I have a difficult question to ask. Do you guys feel like remote work could have been an issue here?
Why would it make a difference? I understand what you're asking because there was a change, but
I don't know.
What I would say, my counter to that would be, is this the only time Apple's ever had a questionable UI design?
Well, not this bad. Like, and so universally panned.
I think it's a perfect storm thing. Like,
probably
bad UI design in the most important application. I think that this would have been way more excused if it was done to files or like when it was just the wrong app to change so much on. I really do think it that all of this stuff could have been added, but it needed to be done over multiple years. I think it was too much at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean though. Like, it's a change, right? Could it
like you're trying to find a correlation essentially between why did this happen? Oh, is it because of this thing? But it could potentially not be related at all. I have no idea.
I really think it is like 6 things, right? Like 6 small things, and they all came together, and it resulted in something that a lot of people didn't like. And a lot of people really didn't like.
I do think there's a possibility that the people within Apple who want people to be back in the office may use this as fodder for their point of view, though. Hey, if we were all here, maybe we wouldn't have screwed Safari up so bad. I don't know.
No, I can see that, honestly. I can see that. Anyway, none of this matters because Safari is old again. So, go use tabs. They're pretty now.
Federico, you wanted to talk about the addition of Pilates in Fitness Plus.
Yes, I do. So as I mentioned before on the show, I've been slowly but surely doing Pilates with Sylvia, who's a licensed instructor. I guess that's the proper way to describe her, for the past year. When I saw that Apple said we're adding Pilates to Fitness Plus, I was really interested to see how that looks like. And I have to say that I'm pretty disappointed by the classes and the videos that I've seen so far. I started up a trial just to see what it was like, and to sum it up, because I don't want to get into the technicalities of everything, but to sum it up, Pilates is all about sort of, first of all, the very basics, like having a sense of your body and controlling your breath, and there's all these very basic steps that you have to do in also what they call pre-Pilates classes, just to make sure that you have this foundation, right? Before you start doing more, basic, intermediate, and then advanced exercises.
So what you're saying is you need classes for the class.
Yeah, no, it's actually called pre-Pilates because you have to be prepared to what you're about to do. And those things...
post-Pilates classes?
Oh, you have cool down, I think. It's what it's called. But basically, it's things like, okay, learn how to breathe properly, right? And learn how to hold your stomach or how to hold your navel, for example. How to, not strain your neck, all these very basic things. And when I opened Fitness Plus, none of these things were covered. You go back through the list of videos, and it just starts in the middle of a class and an exercise. There's nothing that tells you start here. And if you try the first video, the first class, it doesn't tell you anything about here's how to breathe according to Pilates is an actual discipline. It's actually documented. The Pilates guy's name was
Mr. Pilates.
Mr. Pilates, the guy actually wrote a book on
Mr. Pilates is my father.
I'm Pilates Junior.
You joke about that, but there's actually a whole succession line to Joseph Pilates, I believe it was his name.
Oh, it is actually Mr. Pilates.
Yes.
Well, there we go.
So there's actually there's an actual book, and it's actually documented. Here's the different ways you're supposed to do this thing. And the Fitness Plus version, it completely ignores all of that. There's no class that tells you, okay, you start here, and before you get started, here's how you breathe, here's how you order your stomach, here's how you sit down, here's how you do these things. Because if you don't follow those things, you're just going to hurt yourself. Like if you start from zero.
Because they have these intro things. Do they not have an intro to Pilates then?
I didn't see it. See it. And if you don't have those basics covered and you go from zero to, doing this moderate like exercises and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to hurt yourself. Because I can tell you that a lot of people think that Pilates is like this relaxing thing, like very chill yoga. It's not. It really isn't. And you can hurt yourself in a bunch of different ways if you don't pay attention. And instead, the feel that I got from the Fitness Plus videos was they're trying to sell it to you like any other kind of workout, with the music, like with the R&B and the hip hop music in the background. Like I can tell you from experience from other websites that I've tried, like actual like Pilates focused websites that have video courses, and Sylvia pays a subscription to one of them. This feels like a version of yoga mixed with like listening to music. It doesn't feel like Pilates at all. So
it's like Yoga Plus.
Yeah, it kind of felt.
I think
like
a lot
that.
of people think that that's what Pilates is, though.
Exactly, and that's ultimately like my conclusion is this feels like an Apple version of what people think Pilates is by what they've heard about it. It's not like an actual, like I say official in the context of following the guidelines of Mr. Pilates.
So what you're saying is Joseph Humbertus Pilates would be spinning in his grave if he found out what Apple was doing.
Yeah,
with
and he was very flexible, so I have to assume it's a very small grave. He's all curled up.
God. I wish I wouldn't have said that now.
Probably
he's stretching in his grave.
Stretching, yeah. I mean, you look at photos of the guy though, like he was in his 80s and he was ripped. So I mean, yeah, Mr. Pilates, didn't want to mess with him.
Oh my God, look at this guy.
I know, right?
He's serious.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of hanging around here in these Google image searches.
Yeah.
Very flexible.
Very flexible.
We all learned something today.
Are we done with all that? We're done with the history lesson?
I think so.
That's good. It was like a little ingenious right in the middle of Connected.
Turns out.
Turns out. Well, it is time for the Rickies. There'll be a link in the show notes where you can see the winners and losers. That link obviously contains spoilers, so I'm warning you now instead of at the end of the show like we did last week. I'm improving as a host, is what we're doing.
Good work. A-star.
Before we get to that, though, we need to take our first break. This episode of Connected is brought to you by Details Pro, the folks who are on a mission to make Swift UI more accessible. Details Pro is a design tool for Swift UI, so you can design beautiful Swift UI interfaces without writing any code, which saves you a load of hassle. You don't need to learn Xcode, set up projects, or even have a Macintosh. But you can still export for Xcode in Swift Playgrounds as real Swift UI designs. Details Pro is made by a former Apple design prototyper. Man, what a cool job title. Can we just say that? Cool job title.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Details Pro is trusted by designers at Apple, Starbucks, Microsoft, Nike, Porsche, and more. It helps you learn Swift UI concepts and then apply them to beautiful designs, so you can create designs in seconds without writing any code. Design with live Swift UI colors and typography and export code to share with developers. Details Pro is available now on the iPad, iPhone, and Mac, and the app itself is made with Swift UI. You can get 5 files free, and then it's just $9.99 a year at detailspro.app, or make a one-time $29.99 purchase to get unlimited files and upcoming features like versions, reusable components, map kit maps, and more. Plus, free community templates can be downloaded in-app to learn, remix, and use as starting points for your own designs. Details Pro is beginner-focused, approachable, and easy. So go to detailspro.app to get started. That's detailspro.app. Our thanks to Details Pro for their support of the show and Relay FM.
It's time to read the rules.
Rules.
Please stand.
Okay.
All right.
Doing this again.
The Bill of Rickeys, last amended on October 13th, 2021. Results can be seen at rickeys.co and rickeys.net. There are 2 types of Rickeys, annual Rickeys and keynote Rickeys. The winner of the annual Rickeys is named the annual chairman and retains the rights to the corresponding Twitter account for the full year. This position is awarded every January. The keynote Rickeys winner is named the keynote chairman and retains the rights to the corresponding Twitter account until the next keynote is held. Order for the annual Rickeys is based on the winner of the previous year. Order for the keynote Rickeys is based on the previous Apple event. The loser goes last. To earn any points, everything written down in the prediction document must come true. No half points may be awarded in any round. Picks cannot be reused by any contestant within 365 days of first being made. 1 point is awarded for any pick deemed correct in the first 2 rounds. 2 points will be awarded for correct picks in the risky pick round. If your risky pick is wrong, you lose a point, and of course, the 2 other hosts must agree that your pick is risky. For Keynote Rickeys, which is what we're playing today, the scoring window starts when the event begins and closes when the picks are scored, which is now. Information must be publicly verifiable to be used in scoring. As a reminder, Myke is the current annual chairman and the current keynote chairman. That second Twitter handle is on the line.
All right.
Can we sit down again?
Yes, sit down.
Okay.
Now, before we get to the picks and the scoring, the 2 of you each have a box that has been shipped to you.
Finally.
Oh, okay.
And what is in this box was...
Hang on. I've had my box. Where is it? Is it on here anywhere?
Okay.
Since July.
Federico's got eaten by the Italian post office.
Look, I was at the beach, okay? So,
And so we had to then ship him a second box, 3-day shipping from the U.S. to Italy to get it here in time for this. That was very expensive.
Is it a brand new box?
Yes, because the original one never showed up again. It's gone.
Oh, so someone has one of the. There's one more of whatever this is in the world.
Yeah, the unknown Ricky is out there.
What's inside of this thing?
Well, we're going to get to that in a second. I will
Okay.
say it's very expensive to ship something. So thank you for becoming connected members to help us pay for that. It was almost $200 to ship that to Federico in 4 days from the U.S. to Italy.
Can be expensive.
So this is what's in this box. Was created by our friend and wonderful moderator of the Relay FM member Discord, Matt Van Ormer. Van? We'll go with Van.
It's the first time you said that aloud, right?
It is, yeah.
I would say
that's
Van
his,
Ormer.
That's his
Van
name
Ormer.
on the box. Then I have an invoice
Yeah.
by Matt.
Yes. So thank you, Matt. The 2 of you now may proceed opening the box. If you can, make it ASMR-y. Stick your mics down there.
Hold on. I have a knife here with me.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yes, good.
Okay. I'm opening the box. Gotta pay attention so I don't cut myself.
Well, there's a lot of packaging.
Matt says
Mike, don't
Van like the
spoil
car. That's good. Van Ormer.
Don't spoil it for me, Mike.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? It has a cable.
Let me know when you're both open, and I will explain it.
Okay, I'm opening the box. Okay. There's a bunch of plastic wrap.
And I got a rubber band and a bunch of
What?
acrylic sheets.
What the?
What is this?
Matt
I've got a card. It says mvowoodworks.com.
Woodworks.
Yes,
I
he
figured
does.
that
He does
Matt
work.
should get
Matt
some.
made the tray that my
Oh
PC with
my
Matt
God.
Crowfeet is on.
Matt also made some custom keycap pullers for me for my Twitch stream.
Why is there a cable?
You're gonna need to plug that in.
Yeah, it is weird to see something made of wood and then a cable coming out the back of it.
There's a
Is
there's a rub-
this a bomb?
No.
Are we allowed to say that on the show?
Sure.
there's a rubber band.
Yep.
Why are there pieces of transparent plastic?
Have you gotten to the wood piece yet?
I mean, I've got it out. It's all out. Like
Okay.
it's out.
So this is the official trophy for the Rickies.
Interesting.
And how it works.
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Because I feel like I should set a little bit of a stage here. So the reason that the Twitter accounts exist is because in theory we should have a trophy.
Yes.
But we wouldn't have a trophy because we knew that the three of us would not ship them around the world.
Right.
Because mostly of Federico was being an issue, as has been proven by the fact that I had my one of these for 3 months now.
Yeah. I've had mine a long time too.
Okay.
That came up, I think, at episode 277, according Matt is in the Discord. So what this is a reconfigurable trophy.
Oh my God, I see how it works.
So one of the, and Myke, maybe you can take a picture of yours and we put it in the show notes so people can see this. One of the acrylic pieces, and they're all wrapped in plastic, so you need to take the plastic sheeting off of them, and I would recommend finding a way to store them. I'm storing them in like a Ziploc bag. So on the trophy is the globe from our show art, and it says the Rickies, scorekeeping across borders. One acrylic piece has the lines around the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other acrylic pieces have small and big circles of all of our locations. And so, for instance, right now, Myke holds both titles. Yeah. So we would have the lines, the small London circle, and the big London circle. So it's highlighting his 2 awards.
Oh.
But say that I win today, then we swap out our pieces.
God.
So London is circled and Memphis is circled. So we all have a trophy, and our trophies are all in sync, and we can all see when we look at them who the current winners are.
This is incredible.
So if you plug that into USB, there's a little switch on the side, and it's lit from the bottom.
Okay, I have a lot of sheets, right? So I guess I have enough sheets.
Yeah, you kind of got to sort through them and figure out which one goes where.
So there's which one's the big circle and which one's the little circle? Does it matter?
Right.
I don't think that really matters in my mind.
I feel like annual should be the big circle.
Okay. Right. And event be the little circle?
Should be the big one?
Yeah.
Remember, we're going to have to adjust the rules to account for all of this.
Yeah, so because I feel like now at the end of every Rickies, we need to synchronize trophies.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm always going to keep it set to mine.
No. It has to be in sync because this is the answer to not having a trophy.
You can only have it to you when you've earned that.
Oh my God.
That's right.
And the way that you've earned that is by winning.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
So I have currently the big one for the annual winner. That's Myke. And the little one for the keynote winner. That's also Myke.
Struggling to work out my...
Yeah, it takes a little while to kind of figure out which ones they are. But
okay, so I've got it now. I've got it set up with me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a place on the back to keep them.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's a little storage compartment.
Yeah, I had them in a plastic baggie because I've had mine for a while, and then I, built an office and stuff, so I didn't want to damage them.
So I have mine set up correctly now. So here's a thought: does the rings around the Earth, does that go in front or behind of the?
I think it goes. The closest to the wood. I think it looks best that way.
You're gonna have some pictures or something in the show notes for this, right?
I asked you to, but sure.
Well, I took a picture of mine. That's it. That's all I've done. I took a picture and I put it in the Discord.
Who's the current? Myke is right. So where's the big annual one for London?
Pretty good, right?
This is incredible. Mm-hmm. But wait, we haven't addressed something. It has a cable.
Yeah, you plug it in and it's lit. There's a switch on the side.
What?
Yep. Go plug it in.
You haven't lit it up yet?
You haven't given this information.
It's amazing.
I haven't lit it up. Whoa! Look at that. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this. Obviously, the picture in the show notes will include me as the winner.
Yeah, Matt put a picture of 3 of them with good detail. That will be in the show notes.
There you go. So there you go. We got it now. So you don't need mine. But I'm the current winner currently, which is good. I'm pleased that we got to open this first, so I get to look at myself. So I guess the point now is, right, this is genuinely an incredible idea.
It's amazing.
Who had this idea?
Well, there is a blog post in the show notes that Matt has written.
Oh, my word. Well, how did that come around?
Because Matt and I have been working on this for like a year.
Wow.
So Matt has written a blog post. Matt, maybe he can put that in the Discord so people can see that.
Oh my God, I'm looking at my beautiful trophy
Yeah,
right now.
This is so pretty.
In May sent him a message that said trophies in all capital letters, and he said I can make it happen. And then he did all the design, and I got pictures of it, and it's amazing. This is truly, I mean, it is truly astonishing how great this looks.
This is really just solving the problem of the three of us, right? We're obviously going to keep the Twitter accounts because,
Yes.
it's public record.
Yeah,
but
the trophies are for us.
I love this idea that we now have synchronized trophies.
Mm-hmm.
So should we make a proposed rule amendment, which we'll put into place next time?
Yes.
So the proposed rule amendment, I guess, would be after the scoring of the Rickies, the three hosts must synchronize trophies and confirm with photographic evidence.
After scoring
That would be my
is complete.
after scoring after scoring is complete, each host must
update their official
Ricky's
trophy to reflect the new winner.
Yep.
The large.
This is so cool.
It's really
I
awesome.
adore this.
The blog post on Matt's website is just, I have no words, Matt. Thank you so much. This is like the thought and care that went into all of this is just incredible for a stupid thing that we do on a podcast. This is fantastic.
Something I hadn't noticed, because I kind of have mine sitting below me a little bit. When you are at eye line with it, it just illuminates the rings.
Yeah.
From the acrylic. Like when you're looking slightly from above, you don't get that effect as much. But
yeah, I think it's best like on a shelf.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on my Kallax. That's where it's going.
That's a shame. Okay, so
surely it's better than that.
The large location marker.
No, I think I'm actually gonna keep this on my desk along with the
I'm keeping it on my
stuffed
desk.
toy.
I think.
Yeah, I gotta. Find
I still
a good
don't
place
have
for
that
this.
one. I have no idea what happened to mine.
Oh, did you not get the stuffed toy?
No.
Oh man, that's lost. Matt, there is a connected fan in the Italian postal service, and they're just stealing everything Ricky's related.
That seems possible.
There's a mole in the system there. Man, this is just incredible. This is so good.
After scoring is complete, each host must update their official Ricky's trophy to reflect the new winner. The large location marker is for the annual chairman, while the smaller location marker is for the keynote chairman. Trophies.
Wait, hold on. Where is this?
I put it down.
It's at the bottom of the document.
Should remain in sync at all times.
I'm gonna need to find somewhere special to put this.
I have so many things on my desk now that are just from the show. It's kind of ridiculous.
Wait,
I still have a couple of packs
Ricky's
of your
trophy.
face.
I'm going over this amendment. Ricky's trophy should have in parentheses the model name of the Ricky's trophy. In this case, would be late 2021.
That seems fair.
In case it's updated at some point.
I could imagine
Cut out of aluminum.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to say the same forever.
Okay, read this again, Stephen, please.
After scoring is complete, each host must update their official Ricky's trophy, late 2021, to reflect the new winner. The large location marker is for the annual chairman, while the smaller location marker is for the keynote chairman. Trophies should remain in sync at all times.
Okay.
Feels pretty good. We can always tweak it if we need to.
Oh, I mean, we love an amendment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't mention the photographic evidence.
Do we have to send pictures?
Trophies should remain in sync at all times with photographic evidence
provided
on demand.
I was just gonna say, like an immediate throwdown.
Yeah.
At any point,
I could text you in 4 weeks.
Send me an image.
Let me see.
Matt, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. This is
incredible, man. I adore this. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
This is, oh my God, this is so
There
good.
are
This is so good.
pictures and Matt's blog post in the show notes. Definitely go check out the blog post. It's really cool. Matt makes some amazing things. Go buy a cutting board from him.
Or a keycap puller. They're really
or
good.
a keycap puller. Yeah, he has like the renders of them as he was figuring out how to put it together. It's all so good. Yeah. Laser cutting. It's amazing.
So good.
I'm glad y'all like them. It was well worth the wait.
Oh, definitely. I love it. I adore it.
Okay. Now they're saying there should be a webcam on each trophy.
Now, that's an interesting proposition. I don't know how I feel about that. I think this is particularly difficult for Federico, considering his recording places in his bedroom.
Yeah, that could be bad.
Yeah. Maybe
you need a studio, Federico. Why don't you have a studio like us?
Yeah, well, why don't I have a bigger apartment? That's the bigger problem.
I guess so.
Surely the studio should come first, so you can put a webcam on your trophy.
Right.
I am convinced that Sylvia will understand.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Priorities, Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's take a break. This episode of Connected is brought to you by Indeed. No successful entrepreneur is an island. It takes a core team of trusted advisors to help build a business from the ground up. So when it comes to hiring, leave it to the experts. You need Indeed. Indeed is a hiring partner that gets you what you really want, a short list of quality candidates as fast as possible. Simply because you can do it all, attract, interview, and hire, all at Indeed. You don't want to struggle to find quality candidates, and you don't have to because Indeed can help you hire the right people right now. Indeed partners with you on every step of the hiring process, so you can find talent with the skills you need through tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. With Instant Match, as soon as you sponsor a post, you get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes match your job description, and you can even invite them to apply right away. Indeed really does make the hiring process so easy because all the tools are in one place. It takes away so much of what can otherwise be a daunting process. Indeed's data shows that with Instant Match, 90% of employers get quality candidates as soon as they sponsor their job post, and candidates are 3 times more likely to apply for those who just see it in search. Get started right now. You get a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/connected. That's a $75 credit at Indeed.com/connected. This offer is valid through December 31st. Terms and conditions apply. If you're looking to hire, you need Indeed. Check it out at Indeed.com/connected. Our thanks to Indeed for their support of the show and Relay FM. Round the first. Myke, you got to go first as the reigning champion. What did you pick?
Apple unveils a new MacBook Pro. Should we just go through the first round and then talk about the MacBook Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I said at least one new MacBook Pro model has an upgraded webcam with a higher resolution.
And I said at least one new Mac model announced ships in November. Nope, they're coming out next week.
Yeah, I mean, they do ship in November, but they're also shipping in October. So that didn't work for you.
So that's 1 point for each of you. No points for me, which is a bummer.
Great for Stephen as we
not
finish
off
the
to
first
a great
round.
start, Stephen.
Really strong work there by the Mac guy.
It's not going to get any better for me. New MacBook Pros. Can I just say?
Oh, man.
It's like they did everything everybody wanted. They listened. It's got ports. It's super powerful. The screen seems ridiculous. Like, I think these machines are wins all the way around. I honestly do.
I have a question. Federico, are you going to get one?
Yeah, I am.
Did you get one?
Not yet, but I will.
Okay. You are going to order it? Okay. Because I know that we'd mentioned this a long time ago, I think, that you were considering just like you were waiting for whatever this was going to be, and then it would just be your recording computer no matter where you are.
Yes. The plan is to sell the Mac Mini that I currently have, which is a 2018 one. I'm going to sell the Mac Mini, sell the display, I think. I'm also tired of this ultra-fine 4K display. It's ugly and chunky. And
so you would just use the MacBook's display?
until I find, if I get tired of waiting for Apple to make one, I may get a new one, which is more elegant and bigger, maybe 5K, maybe like one of those ultra-wide displays.
There's this 6K monitor that you might like.
Could get a 6K one.
It's called the Pro Display XDR. Is the name of it.
Yeah, I'm not slightly out of my budget, unfortunately.
You don't have to get the stand.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I think I'm selling the Mac Mini and I'm getting a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I'm gonna use that as my recording computer. And maybe, who knows, maybe I will like working on a MacBook again, for general things. I doubt it, but still, I'm gonna get one.
Stephen, I assume you've already ordered one.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you've already ordered one and then cancelled it and ordered another one.
No.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's
what in my past would suggest that that's
never.
my
What makes you think is the kind of person that does that?
flip flop.
I did order one. I have a 14-inch with the 10-core M1 Pro with the 16-core GPU, 32 gigabytes of unified memory, and 2 terabyte SSD in space gray, and it is coming on launch day. So I'll have it for next week's show.
You actually have a date?
Yeah, I got it. I was in there early, and it is coming on launch day.
Because I have a date range.
Yeah. No, I have October 26th.
Ooh, lucky. Mine's 29 to November 2nd right now. My polishing cloth is going to arrive on the 27th, so I have that going for me.
Yeah, I got one of those too. I'm gonna do a review.
I've already had one because I've got a Pro Display XDR.
Oh, so you're one of the hipster.
You want to hear it?
Polishing cloth people.
I'm going to rub it on the microphone.
Man, it sounds so polished now.
Wow, it sounds.
I can't wait for Stephen to come back. Clearly his voice is going to be better. Yeah.
Try and talk.
Hello.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
It cleaned him up.
It's like they removed all the dust from your voice, and now you sound so much better.
My voice is a little dusty. I like to think of it that way.
Yeah, sure. So which models did you all get?
Oh, I got exactly the same as Stephen, except I got 64 gigabytes of unified memory.
64?
Wait, so that means you got the M1 Max. I got the Pro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I got the M1 Max. I got an M1 Max. I
Wow.
Big laptop energy over there.
Big laptop energy. I got the Apple M1 Max. I got the 10-core CPU, 24-core GPU version. I got a 96-watt power adapter because you need that apparently. 2 terabyte SSD, 64 gigabyte unified memory. Comes with an accessory kit. I don't know what that means. But yeah, that's what I got.
Cool.
I went big. It's an expensive computer.
It is.
I'm actually going to sell my iMac Pro.
Whoa.
Huh. Yep.
What?
Yep. I don't need it anymore.
What are you gonna? So you're just gonna work on a laptop?
No.
screen,
See, this is the thing. I have my iMac, my M1 iMac in front of me. My Intel iMac Pro, it just sits at home. It is my in case there's COVID come like lockdown computer. But I don't need that anymore.
Right.
Because I could just use my laptop, and especially this laptop, which is going to blow that thing into pieces of dust. Mm-hmm. So I never use that machine anymore. I do all my recording in the studio, and if I, for whatever reason, couldn't, my laptop would more than be able to handle anything I needed it for. So I'm going to be, like, to help fund this machine, I'm going to be selling my iMac Pro and my MacBook Pro, because I don't need that either.
Yeah, I'll be selling my M1 MacBook Pro.
Yeah, and then I'll have this baller computer. I don't really know where it's gonna sit for me. Like I know, like my MacBook Pro right now, it's like the machine I do basically all of my work on except recording and editing. But I feel like the speed of this MacBook Pro, it might be even nicer to edit on. I don't know. We'll see. The iMac will probably still do the job just fine. But yeah, I'm super excited for this computer. My only thing that I'm like bummed out about is the screen portion, because the screen of the laptop is incredible, right? Like it's 120 frames per second mini LED screen. I dock my laptop to an LG monitor. And so I'm not really sure what to do about that. Like I don't really.
Have you heard the good news of the Pro Display XDR?
But that won't even get me. That's not mini LED or 120 frames per second, right? So like, even if I was to do that, it's not actually going to give me a better a use of it at all. So I don't really know what to do, because I know that like a 14-inch screen is not what I want to be working on all day. Like, I like having a 30-inch monitor or 28-inch monitor, whatever it is I have. So I have all of that screen real estate. Like, a 14-inch is going to be too small. Like, any laptop would be smaller than I would want for when I'm sitting at my desk, right? So like, I'm not really sure about that part. Like, I don't really know how that's going to manifest itself. I know it's going to be amazing whenever I use it in the laptop configuration, and maybe I'll find ways to do that more, but I really care about my ergonomics, and I want to be sitting at a table with a good chair and sitting just right with the keyboard in front of me and the monitor like at my eye level and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not really sure, because even like Kimball is saying a 16-inch to get a 16-inch is still not big enough. Like, it's still not a monitor, right? Like the iMac that I have in front of me, it's 21 inches, right? That is like the bare minimum that I would want for a desktop machine. Like, I would now, having lived with like a 30-inch monitor for a while, I would struggle with this 21 as my all the time monitor. Like, if the 21-inch for the iMac, that's why I have the second display, remember? I just forgot about that. I'm looking right at it. I have the second display for my iMac off to the side to put other windows on. Like, it wouldn't be enough. So I would want a much larger display, and no laptop's really going to do that for me. So I don't really know, but it does look amazing. It looks super powerful, and I'm very excited. But it is one of those things where, like, this is why I desperately want an Apple-made external display, because in theory, it would match and exceed what this laptop can do.
But the search for a display continues, though. Like, now we have this new higher baseline of, well, now we want a display that has ProMotion and mini LED. So in a way, even the Pro Display XDR is kind of outdated at this point.
Well, there isn't a search for it. I mean, from my perspective, I'm not going to look for something. I'm just going to wait. I am convinced Apple are going to make a display at some point. Like, I am convinced of it. It makes sense. They have this new display technology, as you say, that like even their best display, which is an obscene amount of money, doesn't support. And so, it's either they're going to make it themselves or they're going to have a new LG monitor or whatever, right? But like at a certain point, a ProMotion mini LED display is going to be needed. And I'm assuming that they are going to make that. But right now, that just doesn't happen. So,
man, that's going to be so sweet.
Yeah, my sort of assumption now is that if we're going to get this, it'll be with the big iMac.
Like, there was a report that from a display analyst that there is a new iMac, a 27-inch iMac with all of this technology coming early next year. It was originally reported as an external display, but was corrected to say, actually, no, that it was a display for an iMac.
Yeah.
But I just got to assume that these things will eventually come together.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that rumor says, or that report says 27. I think 30 inches at 5.5K would be about right, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, all in all, I'm super pumped about this.
This looks so cool, man. Everything about it. The ports, MagSafe, everything.
Yeah. I mean, it shows that Apple is listening. It's sort of the story that started with the iMac Pro and the Mac Pro. This is like chapter 3 or 4 of that, of really listening to what people want and need out of their high-end Macs. That's good.
Yep. Really, it's really great. I'm very excited for this computer because, it's like I was so excited. We were all so excited last time just for like benchmarks, right? And this thing's gonna be just a monster. Right? Like, especially the Max variant. It's going to be an absolute monster. Like, they were mentioning, I think, about, like, it can do some video exporting stuff faster than the Mac Pro because of the integrated, like, handling of video into the system on a chip. And, like, I cannot wait to see some of that stuff.
And not just faster than my 12 core, but the M1 Max system on a chip, because it has like twice as many video encoding blocks as the M1 Pro, and both of them have ProRes support. So it's basically an afterburner built into the system on a chip, is faster and can render more streams of 4 and 8K than a 28-core Mac Pro with an afterburner in it. So it's just your laptop is just going to absolutely decimate my Mac Pro in terms of this.
How you feeling about that? Like, no jokes, but like, how you feeling about that?
I still really love having a desktop. I really love having all the stuff inside the tower. I, for about 30 seconds, thought, maybe if I got a 16-inch, I could drive it with the Pro display. It's what David Sparks is going to do. We talked about that on MPU 611, which will be out sometime today. But for me...
Yeah, but can I make a prediction, by the way? Because obviously I haven't heard the Mac Pro uses, but he said it in Slack today. I guarantee you within 4 months, David has 2 MacBook Pros. Because he said he wanted to keep his small one to like going out with. He's going to get a 14 to replace that 13. I'm convinced of it.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
For sure.
But I really like having a desktop. So, when there's a new Mac Pro, whatever that looks like, that's what I'll move to. And I really like having the big desktop and then a nice notebook. So, I knew the day was coming. I'm a little surprised the 14-inch MacBook Pro is what's going to beat it. But
yeah.
But I also think it's really cool.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't
yet,
know.
Right?
But
like, there's things they've said things it can do.
Yeah,
but
we got to see
when
like people with benchmarks, people like Quinn and
MKBHD,
Marquez, and all these people actually have them in hand. Then we can really see. But it seems like it's gonna get beat. But one of my favorite things about this announcement is that you can spec a 14 and 16-inch basically the same. And so you're not limited to the smaller system on a chip in the smaller notebook. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yep. There's no change anymore. I think they have a marketing line on their website about that somewhere. Like it's kind of it's very reminiscent of like the iPad stuff or whatever, right? Like you just choose the size screen you want and everything else it's the same. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, choose your size, choose your chip. Let it rip. That's what
It'd be so much fun to write those.
Yeah, it seems like a good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
That does seem like a fun job to have.
Yep.
I guess this because this didn't come up. 2 questions. It's all under the idea of design. I want to know how you both feel about the feet and the notch.
I mean, I don't really care about the feet. I actually think it looks kind of cool, but
about the what?
The feet.
The feet. There's very prominent feet on this machine.
Yeah, Myke's into feet.
Is that a problem? Like
No. I don't think anyone's saying it's a problem.
Do you ask because some people have opinions?
I don't know if they do. I kind of don't care. But it's something that looks kind of different, and I just wondered what you thought about it. Like, they're not. It's a design element now in a way that the feet of the laptop haven't been before.
Okay. Let me see. Are there pictures? Because
if you just go to the website, right? Like if you go to Apple's
the little
website,
things there.
Right,
Yeah,
the
that's
feet
cute.
are in all of the images, and like it wasn't a thing they had before. Even if you looked at a laptop from that angle before, you would see the little kind of like rubbery black dome feet that they had on it. Right. But if you look at the product imagery, it's not in any of those. Like the new ones are.
Yeah.
It is a design element of this machine. Like they have.
The real question is, can I screw wheels into these feet?
Probably not. Why would you?
Probably not, but maybe 12 South will create some kind of like...
It's not a skateboard, Stephen.
Yeah, it could be.
16 could be.
They look like, from the side, they look like camera bumps.
Yeah, I saw someone compare that. Like that, it does actually look a little bit like the camera bump on the iPhone 13.
The notch is fine. I'm actually happy that there's a notch because it makes the Mac feel newer. Like it makes it feel more modern. It's
interesting.
I don't know. I feel like the notch gives me this illusion of, it's modern, like an iPhone 10 style design. And so I'm actually happy there is one because I think it's fun that now you have all these different ways for apps to adapt to the menu bar. And yeah, it looks new. and new, it creates, what was it, the line of Mad Men? It creates that itch, right? People, it resonates with people. People respond to new, and I respond to new, and the notch looks new. So I'm happy that it's there because it makes it look different, and it's fun.
Like it's a little bigger than it needs to be, but I understand that it's like, it's for the future, right? Like they definitely don't need a notch of this size just for that 1080p webcam. Like
that's where Face ID is going to move in.
Yeah, like it's got to be, right? Like they really don't need that amount of size. It's massive compared to the camera that goes inside of it. Like, yeah. So, but my kind of feeling on it is like it's mostly unused space on a Mac. So what's the harm?
Mm-hmm.
And moving the menu bar up there still gives you 16 by 10 area beneath it. There's a bunch of stuff floating around about how the mouse and how the applications interact with the notch. If you're in full screen mode, basically it just goes away. I think it's totally fine. Look, on the phone, we all lost track of the notch basically after 3 days.
Yeah.
So I'm not fussed about it.
And I like what Federico said about new. Like it has it just looks like a modern computer because lots of modern computers have notches on them. And I know that people will say, like, well, the iPad doesn't have a notch, but then the bezels would have been bigger around the whole machine, right, around the whole screen. And I prefer them to push those bezels out on the Mac and get it to a 14-inch laptop without it being too much bigger than the 13, and get the bezels to be as small as they can and have the notch.
Yeah.
I think they made the right trade-off.
Exactly. And some people would have complained anyway, because if you have bezels, then they say, oh, and Apple claims it's edge to edge, but it's really not. I mean, look, a mini LED display without bezels just doesn't exist. Or Apple can make one at the moment. So you may wish for one, but then you just got to accept reality that it's not possible. So,
but the bezels are they're smaller than on the iPad, but the iPad's bezels are for a good reason. Like you need to be able to hold
it.
the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
So I think this is the right mixture of stuff too.
Little parking spot for your thumb on the iPad. So yeah.
And the iPad most of the time is in landscape for a lot of people, but Apple still contends that you can use it any way you want. And so like, is the notch on the side sometimes? That would be, it would help break that illusion, I think, on the iPad, where you're not going to turn your MacBook Pro on its side, probably.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that is a little unusual about the screen is that it's rounded in the top corners, but square in the bottom corners. If you look at their
I don't like that.
marketing images.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why is it not round in the bottom too?
It's like it's like the mullet of this place. It's rounded at the top and squared off at the bottom.
Would that be party at the top, business on the bottom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why they did that. I wish they would have made a decision, right? Like it's either sharp or rounded. Because my iMac has sharp corners on the screen. They didn't round that. Like I don't know why they went just halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a curious decision, I think.
And of course it's 120 hertz. So
it's gonna look good.
Have fun with that.
It's gonna look really
I'll be disabling it.
Oh, of course you will. Yeah.
Okay, so that is round one. Myke, 1 point. Federico, 1 point. Stephen, no points.
Nil point.
Round two. Myke?
We get a color option that is new to the MacBook Pro in name.
Nope.
They screwed me here, man.
Silver and space gray.
They screwed me big time.
How about no?
Like they didn't even do what I thought they were going to do, which is like just rename the space gray, like to some other color,
Just call it graphite. I mean,
they did not do it.
They did not do it.
Can we reiterate on the show how messed up the color situation on Apple computers is as of October 2021?
It's a disaster right now. It's
why
impossible.
We have silver MacBooks, but that sort of champagne like starlight on
Apple Watches
on Apple Watches and iPhones.
Well, only some iPhones. Some iPhones.
But some iPhones.
Hey, look, I would much rather be complaining about this than keyboards that don't work. So, like, we have it pretty good.
But you still, you still gotta maintain that thing you complain about because it's
Yes.
good for your soul. Like to have a small, yes, because you gotta have a very small negative feeling inside of you to make sure that the positive ones can flourish. You know?
And most of those negative feelings, you just have to push them down. Just like
yes.
push them down. That's the healthy part. You just push them way down.
Is it though?
Yeah. Just take them, squeeze them into a little ball, push them down. That's the way to handle it.
But it needs to be a small thing that doesn't consume
Tiny.
your life.
Yeah,
That's why the
push.
butterfly keyboard was not an ideal small negative feeling, because that was going to consume your life.
Too big.
Because,
You can't push
you
that
know,
one down.
you
Because if you
couldn't
pushed
type
it
on the
down too
thing.
hard, it would break. Am I right?
Yes.
There you
Speaking of which, I need to tell you guys something.
Okay.
Oh no.
I think I typed too much on the Magic Keyboard and I broke it. The iPad one.
Well, how break it like how?
The backspace key is wobbly. And it
You made too many errors, huh?
yeah, I made too many typos. I correct myself too much.
You've been there. You go. Apple's punishing you.
Yeah.
Being more correct.
Yeah. Anyway, it feels like color will now be the thing where it's like, oh, these MacBook Pros are amazing, but it's like this thing, if only the colors were better, you know? They gotta leave something for you to complain about, so that also it looks like when you recommend the computer to other people, it looks like you're objective. Because then you say, these computers are amazing, but if I can tell you one thing, it's color.
One thing.
And people are like, oh, this guy's objective, because it's like raising complaints. So it's my whole
a good
theory
system.
about, keeping one thing that you don't like so that you can appreciate everything else and appear more objective in your criticism.
What's your pick?
What was my pick? Any kind of release time frame is provided for macOS Monterey.
This is a terrible pick, man. This is reading this pick back. This pick sucks.
Why?
Any kind of release time frame.
Yeah, but he got the point.
Where's the passion? Where's the passion?
Oh, now you're playing this
There's
card on
no
me because
passion in this
you
pick.
know how things are going for you.
No passion.
No,
at
you
all.
guys. Oh, you were saying no. You think they're gonna mention macOS Monterey?
No
They're never
passion.
gonna do that. They're not.
No
Oh, you'll be
passion.
lucky if they mention Monterey at all.
I feel like you're just making all this up.
There's literally no way to know what was said on previous episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No passion.
macOS Monterey launching Monday, October 25th. We're gonna have a review on Mac Stories. Stephen is gonna do his screenshots for 512, the official resource of macOS UI.
And I will be
And,
installing it.
You will
That's
be
my
installing it.
contribution. That's
I am using it right now.
Wow.
It's okay. It's
So if there's
fine,
any audio issues with Federico's track, it's because
no,
he's using it.
blame
I'm just
Rogue
saying
Amoeba,
if.
not me.
No,
not
I am
me.
going to blame you if it's your fault.
Well, it may be my fault, but I still get the point because macOS Monterey is coming out. Apple said it, so this is a point.
Apple announces a Mac Mini that is more performant than the original M1 model.
They didn't do either of those things, did they?
There was no Mac Mini and it wasn't performant.
Performant.
So,
I hate that you put that in the public record.
performant.
Performant. This didn't happen at all, did it?
No Mac
Not
Mini,
at all.
just
No
two
Mac
laptops.
Mini, just laptops.
You haven't been really performant in this Rickies so far, Steven.
Wow.
I think you always do really bad in the Mac-focused events.
Oh, you won last year with the Mac Mini.
Yeah.
No,
won
but was
just
that a Mac? Oh yeah, it was a Mac-focused
Yeah.
event.
I'm just bad
Yeah.
this time around.
All right, you've just done really bad this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that is usually bad with the Mac stuff.
Yeah. So at the end of round 2, Federico has 2 points. Myke has 1 point, and I have no points. It hurts. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
This episode of Connected is brought to you by Hover, one of Relay FM's longest running sponsors. When you have a big idea, where do you go? Well, your business starts with a domain name, and for so many entrepreneurs, Hover is the first big leap. They have over 300 domain name extensions to choose from, so no matter what you want to build, there's a domain name waiting for it. and they have excellent technical support to answer any questions you may have. They're dedicated to getting you online, not upselling you. Hover has free Whois privacy, so the bad guys don't get your information, clean UX and UI, monthly sales on popular top-level domains, and so much more. It's really easy to see why Hover is the popular choice for people starting businesses. All of my domains are at Hover, and it is always the first place I go when something is coming up. So like Myke and we're working on something for the holidays for Relay, and we need a domain, and that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go put those keywords in, use their search tool, find a good domain, check out really easily without getting upsold. It's going to be a good time for everybody. So buy your domain and start using it today. Go to hover.com/connected and get a 10% discount on all new purchases. That URL one more time, hover.com/connected. Make a name for yourself with Hover. Our thanks to Hover for their support of the show and Relay FM. All right, time for the risky picks. Myke, you're up first.
Apple teases another Mac that is not for sale right now with Pro in the name and says it's coming next year.
Or also known as all the ways Myke doesn't want to say Mac Pro in a pick and still get a point.
Look, this is part of my previous strategy of complex, multi-staged Ricky picks.
Multi-layered Ricky picks, yeah. I said, well... let me rephrase. I was forced to say...
No, you weren't.
What difference does it make?
Apple announces a new display that is not the Pro Display XDR, launching by the end of 2021 somewhere.
The somewhere is still my favorite part.
It really is.
Like, I was thinking, we have a problem now, because now, obviously, this risky pick was wrong. But now, neither Myke nor I can pick these picks for the next year.
None of us can.
None of us can. I can't use them either.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So the next Mac event is gonna be rough. It's gonna be real bad.
Yeah, because we picked them now.
And you know as well, this is gonna come back to bite us because I am definitely going to forget this.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna have to get in the habit now of checking our picks before the show.
Or we need to understand that there's now a strategic element to not making certain picks unless you're sure about them. It's sort of like playing Pokemon when, like,
well, no, because the strategy is, all right, so follow me here.
Okay.
The strategy is knocking things out for other people to be able to pick later on.
Or it could be that. It could be, right, there are two equal strategies. So either you withhold your moves because you don't want to waste them, or you want to burn it just to make sure that nobody else can use it.
Which is spiteful, but I love it.
Like my first picks of the year, I'm just like, new iPhone, new Mac. Just like burn the first set of Rickies and then hope to pick up on it later on.
That is a strategy. That honestly, they should make like Ricky's the board game.
We're creating a meta game now, and that's the first step towards a trading card game.
Matt, make a game board for us.
I want a trading card game.
Don't let Zuckerberg hear you that you're making a meta game, or it's going to acquire us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Metaverse.
Facebook is now called Connected.
No,
that would suck, right? Wouldn't that suck?
Yeah, that'd be bad news for
That
us.
would suck so bad. Like when that movie, which we were very lucky. So there was a movie that was going to be called Connected on Netflix, but they changed it to The Millers something.
Imagine if Facebook rebrands as Relay.
Okay, so my risky pick, I felt so good about for a second because they were like, I/O and connectivity is really important for pros. And I was like, they're going to put 5G in it. They're going to do it because she said connectivity. 5G becomes an option on at least one MacBook.
I never thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because this feels like one of those things that like you would need to really see the kind of groundwork for it in macOS first. Like that they wouldn't be able to hide it, you know?
You know what? It would have been incredible if this pick was right. you would have seen the beauty of the Rickeys. Because if Apple had brought 5G to the MacBook, Stephen would have won the game despite not having any regular pick right up until the risky pick round.
So for those people out there that criticize the way that the risky part works, that's the joy of it, right?
Yeah.
That's what it all rides.
But obviously Stephen did not pick right. So the argument is invalid.
The final score is Federico has 1 point, Myke has 0 points, and I'm at -1.
Congratulations, Federico.
Congratulations. So we need to change our trophies.
Yep.
I am back. I'm trying to think of a funny parallel. I am taking back control from the British monarchy in a way.
Is that a thing Italians ever had to do? I don't think so.
No, but I feel like I'm sympathizing with America here. So I'm my rebellion. This is stage 1.
Sure. I mean, I just got a bit tired of winning all the time, really. I'm happy for I'm happy for a new challenge.
No.
It's more fun to be in the hunt, really, than to just be a consistent winner over and over.
You literally
again.
began the show by asking Stephen to introduce you with your royal title.
Yeah, because that's something I earned, you know?
King Flexi, actually King Ricky is here now.
Wait. Okay. Well,
that would be me.
You're just going to be King Ricky?
I am Prince Flexi and King Ricky. I am Prince Flexi and King
You're Prince
Ricky.
Flexi, are you?
Well, we'll see about that in a minute.
I'm Prince Flexi at night. King Ricky.
That's what the Pilates that does that. You and Joseph Pilates. I guess that's a pro show thing, right? That's not. We don't. Oh no, it's in the main show. We were talking about
it's
it
in the main show.
That felt like a very pro show topic, but nevertheless,
This is stage 1 of the rebellion, taking back the keynote chairman title. Now I got my eyes set on the annual chairman title.
What is the rebellion?
The rebellion against you and your monarchy-inspired rule over the chairman titles for the past year.
So your way to rebel against the monarchy is to become a king? That sounds very rebellion.
No, but see, I'm a modern king.
What does that mean?
For example, I will not demand any kind of special introduction. I will be a king of the people.
Again, I don't think such a thing exists. But you can keep telling yourself that if you like.
I will be an approachable king. You know? One that engages with the people, with the passionate ones. Not unlike you, with your fancy title and your fancy introductions. You'll see.
Congratulations, Federico.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Federico.
This is the first time in a minute someone has had a negative score, I think. So that hurts.
Do you have a negative score?
Yeah.
What are you, -1?
I didn't get a single thing right.
It's kind of funny that I won the Mac event and you scored a negative point, Stephen.
Yeah.
It's especially funny considering how much you were complaining last week about being forced to change your picks. I have no idea what a Mac is, all that kind of stuff you were saying. And now look at you.
He was sandbagging us.
Yeah.
I was fooling you and you fell for it.
I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe absolutely zero of this.
You fell into my king-sized lap. So.
Kings?
I don't like that.
Is that a Pilates related thing too? Fully thigh-based Pilates. Really just doubling down.
He's a thick king.
There we go.
I love my curvy monarch.
Did you say curvy? Did you say curvy monarch?
Yeah, he said, I love my curvy monarch.
This episode of Connected is brought to you by Ladder. There's always those tasks that you put off because they're not nice to think about. But getting things in order does feel good. And that's why it makes sense for people to look into and get life insurance, especially term coverage, which is surprisingly affordable. You pay a bit each month to protect your loved ones. If you're asking how to get started, you need to choose Ladder. Ladder is 100% digital, no doctors, no needles, no paperwork when you apply for $3 million in coverage or less. You just need a few minutes with a phone or laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out instantly if you're approved. And if you prefer to talk to a person, their team of licensed agents doesn't work on commission, so they're going to help you and not upsell you. There's no hidden fees. You can cancel anytime and get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days. And Ladder policies are insured by insurers with long, proven histories of paying claims. They're rated A and A+ by AM Best. Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now's the time to cross it off your list. So go to ladderlife.com/connected today and see if you're instantly approved. That's LADDER life.com/connected, ladderlife.com/connected. Our thanks to Ladder for their support of the show and Relay FM. It is now time for the Flexies. Please stand.
Okay.
Okay, again.
I've sent my photographic proof, by the way. My photographic proof has been texted to the two of you that I've changed the
Okay,
trophy.
yes, that's good. I will send you mine. Loser of the Flexies must compensate the winner of the Flexies by donating to the charity of the winner's choice. The amount of the donation is $25 per wrong Flexi made by the loser. Each host must make a minimum of 5 Flexi picks. Flexies may be reused as future Flexies or regular picks. The winner is determined by the ratio of correct to incorrect Flexies, and the money must be donated on air. A tie in the regular picks or Flexies is to be broken by coin toss. As Jason Snell has a lifetime ban on flipping the coin, Dice by PCalc in Relay FM mode is the official way to break a tie. Myke, you are up. No, you're not at first. Federico's up first.
Wait a second. Is that part about the coin flipping only in the Flexi rules?
I've started reading them separately, and I think they need to be read together again.
No, I like the reading of the Flexi part separately. So like maybe we need to put that in both parts.
Maybe. I think we also have a problem of like explaining what the Flexies are. So maybe we can deal with this next time.
Yeah, I like the separation of powers here, as it were, but I think that we need to maybe move some stuff around.
I'm making some comments for next time.
This is a big production over here.
Mm-hmm. All right, Federico, you're up.
Okay. HDMI and SD card reader are back on the MacBook Pro, and that was the only correct one that I got.
We're gonna ding him.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Then we have a collection of wrong picks. Apple demos a Mac app that takes advantage of the updated neural engine. Nope. Apple unveils a space black MacBook Pro. Nope. John Turnus is wearing jeans and a black t-shirt. Unfortunately,
you were so close.
I was close, but he wore a blue t-shirt. So
this pick was like afterwards was very funny to me in a way that I'm not entirely sure why, but it was just like really hilarious to me afterwards because I completely forgotten. And Federico in our text chat was like, "It's black, and they're like, "Oh no, it's blue." It's a very strange thing to come across.
And lastly, I said there's going to be a funny scene involving one of the characters of Ted Lasso. And nope.
So you got 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
What is the percentage of that?
Not good. 20%?
So yeah, 20%.
I'm just correcting my trophy because I had Federico in the complete wrong place. I think I need to label these somehow, but I've got you in the right place now.
That's good. Yeah, it's a little tricky to kind of work out where they all go.
Tricky Ricky, as you would say.
Tricky Ricky trophy. The Tricky should be the name of the trophy. It's not the official Ricky's trophy. It's the Tricky.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
tricky?
I'm on board.
Yes.
That's 100% cosign from me.
Tricky.
I'm making a comment, and we'll deal with it next time.
Because it's tricky to get right, and it's a trophy. And it's a Ricky trophy.
And it seemed tricky to make. My picks. USB-C charging is faster than the new MagSafe. Other way around.
There's been a lot about this, like backwards and forwards and backwards and
Yes.
forwards. So you can charge by USB-C.
Yes.
If you have the 14-inch, I believe USB-C charging will charge as fast as MagSafe, which can do like 50% in half an hour or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case for the 16.
Right.
Because the 16 needs a huge Apple's first GAN charger to get it to work. So.
And that thing is enormous. It looks like the old Airport Express.
Yes, it's a big charger.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it looks like in real life, though. Like, I don't. Maybe the perspective is strange on it. I'm intrigued, but yeah, there's been a lot of backwards and forwards about the charging.
Yeah.
But
MacBook Pro colors don't include anything radically new for the line.
I like that you had to say radically. You could have just said no.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been fine.
Chip is called, quote, M1X.
No.
Nope.
Couldn't have been more wrong than that one, could you?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. A new MacBook comes with at least one non-USB-C Thunderbolt port on the laptop itself. Got a whole bunch of ports.
Plenty of ports.
HDMI, SD card, slot,
headphone jack.
jack.
The way you read that made me think that it was like a non-USB-C Thunderbolt 4 port. Like it was a different Thunderbolt 4 port.
Sorry,
wait, what does that mean?
I see where that's confusing now.
Yeah. But
the new MacBook Pro displays run at a native 2X. macOS Monterey features are reviewed. So I have this one in yellow because I want feedback on it.
Yeah.
Craig spoke about Monterey and how macOS in general can run apps that are for the Mac, for iOS, iPadOS, but we didn't get like this is SharePlay, this is how this works.
I don't think he did it. He like said the Mac can do things and said that Monterey was coming, but because even the stuff that they showed, like they were M1 features, they're not Monterey features.
Okay, so that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the new MacBook Pro Power Bricks have ports on them like the iMac does for Ethernet.
Surprised about this, actually. I thought that was a bit of a given.
I was until I saw something in the Discord, and I'm sorry, I don't remember. I didn't write down who said it, but I realized as soon as I saw it that you probably don't want your network connection to like come out of the back of the laptop, and MagSafe on the laptop is designed to pop out. And the magnets on the iMac are really strong, and so it doesn't really pop out. So I don't know.
Well, but also you never unplug the iMac, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like you're like, oh, I need to move my iMac over there or I'll unplug it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't. That's not a thing. I mean, you could still do it. I still think there's an argument for it, but I understand why you might not do it.
I think it'd be cool, but
because otherwise there is no Ethernet port on the laptop, so you're always using Wi-Fi. So you could at least, when plugged in, you have Ethernet speeds, and then when you unplug it, you just switch to Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh well.
But I understand why it's maybe a tad trickier than.
So I got 3 out of my 7.
Okay.
Which
that's
in
43%.
43%. So I'm ahead of Federico at his 20%.
Yeah.
Okay, Myke.
New AirPods. MacBook Pro has a mini LED screen. Chip is not called M1X. Webcam will be called highest quality on a Mac. I was so close.
You missed it by 1 word.
Yes, I needed the word notebook.
Yeah.
Which they seem to interchangeably use notebook and laptop, and I don't know
They
why.
do. They also like called it a machine several times, which Apple used to never do.
Yeah, notebook. I don't know why they call them notebooks. Is that a thing? Do people still call laptops notebooks?
I don't
feel
know.
like not.
My portable computer.
Nice. Laptops will be thicker than the models they replace. These computers are bigger in basically every dimension.
To the point of if you have a 13-inch something and you could do the 14-inch, it might not fit in your bag. Like, be prepared for that.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm very concerned about my backpack.
Well, no, you love a new backpack, so.
That's true.
So I got 4 out of 5.
Which is an 80%.
Which seems significantly better than the two of you.
So I lost and you won the Flexies.
I'm Prince Flexi now.
You can try and use that title, but it'll never be fully yours.
Okay, hang on. I would like to be... I guess we can do whatever we want at this point. You just did that too.
You can be the Duke of Flexies.
I could be the Duke of Flexi. I could be Viscount Flexi.
Yeah.
What else could I be? I like Duke, actually. Duke Flexi. The Duke of Flexi. Or would it be just Duke Flexi? As Duke Flexi makes me sound like I'm an American.
Duke
that
Flexi.
just sounds like an American person.
Nice truck, Duke.
What it would be kind of incredible, right? Like if there was this one phrase that, like, when I am it's Duke of Flexi. When it's Stephen, it's Duke Flexi. but there isn't a third one that makes sense.
Yo, Duke.
You could be the Duke of Flexington. Or something.
I love it. Yes. I love it. The Duke of Flexington. That's me.
I've been
the Duke of Flexington now.
I've been mailing out a bunch of calendars, and it's amazing some of the towns and stuff in the UK.
Yeah. We have some great town names.
It's like Hampshireton on something else.
Over the last couple of weekends, like I've taken a couple of little trips in England, and I have come across many places of which I've literally never heard of before. It's very fun for me, all our little towns. Like it's just I just never heard of these places. I never would have known that they would have existed. But yes, I am now the Duke of Flexington.
Okay. Myke, you need to pick a charity.
Yes, I have picked a charity.
And
actually.
Federico, you have 4 wrong Flexi, so you're donating $100.
Okay. Where to,
All right.
Michael?
You're going to donate
Duke
to the charity called Mind. And you're going to mind.org.uk. So Mind provide advice and support around mental health issues, ranging from direct financial support to raising awareness to providing services and support and promoting the understanding around mental health. Their whole mission is that they don't give up until everyone experiencing a mental health problem gets support and respect. So Mind is my charity.
I am donating £100 because it just feels nicer that way.
Thank you, Federico.
Donation type. I am donating my own money.
Because of a bet.
Let us know why are you...
Don't tell him. No, please don't tell him.
in memory of a loved one.
Okay.
Their first name, Duke.
No.
No, I mean, what should I do? I only have 3 options. Because of your experiences, because of the experiences of someone close to you, in memory of a loved one.
The middle one, the experiences of someone close to you.
Please tell us more about your. Please tell us more about your gift.
Why they ask a lot of questions, huh?
I lost a bet.
That'll do.
On a podcast, comma.
They want to know.
But I am very happy to do this.
Perfect.
I am not a UK taxpayer, so I am just going to do my donation, and you guys, please, you can wrap up the show, and I will send you the receipts in a minute.
Interested in pronunciation now. I enjoyed the pronunciation
I know.
of P.
I went for it.
That's good. If the letter's in there, I'm pronouncing it. Otherwise, what's the point of it being in there?
Postcode, yeah.
Stephen,
This
this
is
is
a
your
nice
point to take
website.
over. Yes, it's a very modern website.
I like the colors a lot.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Well, that wraps up the Rickies October 2021. The next time we play probably be for the annual ones. I don't think there's going to be another Apple event, so
I'm just going to say it now. Please let it be the next time we do this is the annual ones.
I don't want to do a November event. Last year was so much.
I don't want to do a November Rickies.
If you want to find links to stuff we spoke about, like Triple J or Joseph Pilates or David Sparks' laptop, head on over to relay.fm/connected/368. But seriously, check out Matt's blog post about the trophies. Look at the images. It's amazing. Thank you again, Matt. It has made my day.
So good.
If you want to leave feedback or follow-up, there's an email link on that page as well. And most importantly, you can join Connected Pro from that webpage. And if you join Connected Pro, you get some cool stuff. You get longer episodes of the show each week. They're also ad-free. And this week we spoke about music and the Beatles.
And our own band.
And the Connected band, which is minimal in every way.
Sergeant Connected's Ricky losing band.
Yeah.
Sergeant Salty is a losing band.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Salty's a...
No, I got it.
Okay.
No, I got it. Yeah.
I didn't want it to go by, you know?
We have
Yeah.
a whole collection of albums under our band. We have that one. We have the album. It's like the white album, but it's without colors.
Mm-hmm.
We have Let It Pick, which is Let It Be, but themed after the Rickies.
Yep.
I
hate this segment.
Instead of Revolver, it's Revolving Robin, because sometimes we do round robins.
I really don't. I hate this. I hate this segment.
You can find us all online. You can find Myke on Twitter as IMYKE. And Myke, what else do you want to plug here?
Contextmerch.com. Buy a journal.
You can find Federico on Twitter.
Oh, we have upgrade merch too. I'm doing 2 now. Upgradeyowardrobe.com.
Oh, no.
No, I'm done. I promise.
I do kind of want a hoodie.
They're really nice. They're in red and gray this time, and they still got a cool print inside.
Send me a hoodie.
I don't have them. What do you think I'm
Go
keeping them?
to the warehouse.
I'm Cotton Bureau or something? Like, what do you think? What do you want from me?
We have the receipt from Federico. Thank you, Federico.
Thank you, Federico.
You can find Federico online at Vitici and now at Keynote Chairman. Both of them. Federico is the editor-in-chief of MacStories.net, where our good friend, the one true John's macOS Monterey review will be up on Monday. You can find me on Twitter as ISMH. I host a bunch of other shows here on Relay FM. This week on Mac Power Users, we talked all about this event in detail, so go check that out. We did a deep dive on the processor stuff in particular. It was a lot of fun. You can go visit our wonderful sponsors. They are Details Pro, Indeed, Hover, and Ladder. And until next time, guys, say goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Cheerio.
Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Normally, this next section would be reserved for Connected Pro members, but we loved it so much we wanted to share it with everybody. Out of your gratitude, you should join Connected, getconnectedpro.co, and you get to hear japes like this each and every week. All right, we need a title.
I feel like I need to flip a coin in Peacock or something. So I think James did some work.
He's freaking out about it, right?
Yeah, I think he did something.
Do we want to just flip the coin between some titles, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say we need 3 titles, and we round them out with coin flips.
Oh, I see what we're going to do here.
We're going to gamify title picking.
We're doing like a title coin flip-off.
Yes.
Like when we had to, remember when we had to do that on stage, and I spent an afternoon devising a bracketing system?
Yeah. So I think
Jason's makes a good point that 4 would probably work best for creating a bracket.
Okay.
So pick them, and I'm going to draw up a bracket, and we'll do all the coin flips.
How do you flip a coin in dice?
Well, you have to have Relay FM mode.
Myke, you can do it.
I got it all set up.
Okay.
Eaten by the Italian Post Office is all-time title pick.
It needs to be I Love My Curvy Monarch, right? I mean,
it's also up there. I guess the good thing about the way we're doing it this time is it could be any of the 4.
Okay. So we have Eaten by the Italian Post Office.
Yep.
I Love My Curvy Monarch. I don't want to use the trophy one because I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Yep. Yeah. Stretching in his grave.
Yep. Stretching in his grave. And I think
I don't like stretching in his grave.
No.
No.
You don't want to do that?
I don't want people to think we're talking about Steve Jobs or something.
Oh my.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Right. I don't know why I'm okay with saying it about Joseph Pilates, but
What about king-sized lap?
That's good. King size should be hyphenated.
Yes.
King size lap. And then I also want to do don't vote for this title.
Okay.
Okay. Don't vote. All right. I have the bracket system drawn up now.
Okay.
So the first round is going to be between Italian Post and Curvy Monarch.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Italian Post is heads.
Okay.
And Kirby Monica's tails, all right?
Okay, and do it where we can all hear it. Turn your phone up, stick it in the mic.
Yeah, I've done that already. I'm just double checking I got all the settings correct. All right. You ready? I don't even know if James is here anymore, but...
Banal.
Wait,
What the?
What?
who was that?
What?
What's that?
What was that? It wasn't even in English.
Wait.
Is that
was
Adina? Is that
Was
Adina?
that Romanian?
No! What? Wait.
Oh, she's in the chat.
She's confirmed it.
Yeah, it was.
So was that heads or tails in Romanian?
Which one is the big R?
Oh,
I don't know what heads or tails is in Romanian.
Hang on, let me.
Heads. It was
James-
heads. It was heads. So the winner of that round was Italian Post.
Okay.
All right. So the second round. Oh my God. Banul.
Banu. Okay.
See, the problem is, like, we had this with Jason.
Wait, who
when you
won?
hit
So-
like that, so Italian Post.
Okay. Oh
eaten
no,
by-
Kirby Monarch.
When someone, like, it's impossible to recognize who these people are in these moments.
Yeah.
But, like, that's my wife, and I didn't. It's her birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday, Adina.
Happy birthday, Adina.
It is impossible to detect someone, I think, when it's unexpected like that. All I knew is I heard a sound. You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to do another one.
Okay.
All right, this is for heads is king-sized lap. Tails is don't vote for this title.
Testa.
What? That's Sylvia.
How did they do this?
Is that Sylvia?
No. Yes. No. Fuck. No. No. What? How?
What did James do? So James,
When?
I'm assuming.
James.
I'm assuming that Mary's in here now. James contacted our significant others,
Yeah.
had them record heads and tails in separate languages.
Yeah.
When
Their native
did
tongues.
She do it?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
Okay. So,
So,
that was don't
king
vote for this
size.
title.
No, that was king-sized lap.
Yes.
So that was heads.
So-
She said heads.
Yes, she said heads. So now we have heads is Italian, eaten by the Italian post office. Tails is king-sized lap.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Banal.
Okay, that's Adina again. Which, that does not sound like Adina. That just sounds... I don't know where
Sounds
she
like
was
she-
or what she was recording into, but, like, that doesn't sound like
She
her
sounds
at all.
like a Romanian Siri. She sounds like a Romanian.
Yeah.
So that means that eaten by Italian post office is our title.
Yes, but now we need to flip the coin a bunch of times.
Yeah, we gotta hear- I wanna
guess
hear Mary.
We do both have colds right now, so we're like... All right.
Heads.
Yep, that's Mary.
Yeah.
There you go.
James,
This is just incredible.
what are you gonna do next time? Get in touch with our
Yeah,
parents?
this is-
like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I see. See, James, you've entered into the typical trap of anything to do with connected, where you have too quickly up the ante.
Yep.
Right? We have fell victim to this way too many times, where you.
James, let me tell you,
Yeah.
as one who's organized surprises before, now you're on the hook. Now
Yeah,
it's on
you gotta
you,
get a
buddy.
tattoo next time.
It does mean that Dice by Peacock will be a guest on the Connected Pro version of the show.
Banal.
Banul.
Bono.
I've learned a new word.
Banal.
Tails.
Wait, this is just flipping the coin. Can you
Yeah,
flip
now
it
I'm just
again?
flipping it.
Marca.
What's that? Tails?
That was Marca, which I'm assuming that was Adina again.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
Flip again.
Testa.
It's Sylvia again with head.
Testa.
Marca.
That was Marca.
Okay.
Marca is tails.
Marca.
Testa.
Oh, always heads? Okay.
It's always
Wow.
heads. We could be here all day.
Okay, let's go on. Okay, so let's continue the bracket.
Heads.
Was that Mary doing a southern accent?
I think it's probably the multiple options, right? Which is a thing that we hit before,
What?
right?
Go on, keep flipping.
Marca.
Always. Okay.
Tails.
Okay.
Wow.
Marca.
This is incredible.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I'm gonna need to flip this to get I think it should just.
Croce.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's tails. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so the bracket.
Pano.
We need to pick a title.
No, we did.
Oh, we have.
Eaten by
Which
the Italian
one?
post office.
Eaten by the
Oh,
Italian
that
post
one
office.
won?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what won.
Very well.
We
Very
had a
well.
knockout
Okay.
competition. Bravo, James.
James, well
Bravo.
done.
Yeah.
Well done. Sylvia says she's been withholding this information for a week, and now I will get the details as soon as we're done.
I feel like Jason Snell was involved somehow.
Oh, so that's why she asked me today, how can I listen live?
Oh, you should have known something was up.
Oh, that's why. I had no idea. She was clever because she tricked me. She asked me, "Oh, you're gonna talk about the Pilates segment? I want to listen live."
Man, that's some
Wait,
conniving
did
business
she
right
plant the Pilates idea in your head?
Oh, this is multi-layered. This is like Inception.
She did not, but then she used that coincidence against me.
Snell helped John Voorhees. The Triple J strikes again.
Wait, was John Voorhees involved in this?
Yeah. Oh, he's a link to
Oh,
Sylvia.
I guess John spoke to Sylvia, right? Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
I was convinced that they were all going to have something to do with something today because I know that they've set up a group thread.
An iMessage, yes. The Triple J struck again. The Triple J are like the Diamond Dogs from Ted Lasso in my mind.
But in a way that is completely unhelpful to the three of us now.
Yes.
They have conspired against us now.
Yeah. They're like the evil
Today's
versions of us.
Yeah.
You know how in Mario Kart you have like evil Mario?
Yeah.
The Triple J's like that. Wow. I have no words.